All right. All right, all right, all right. The Team Flipside Tactics, Team Killerino in the winner's bracket here for the DreamHack Open Leipzig WCS North America Qualifier. They have Sekretaren in Salzfest. He is Flipside Tactics, Goky. And in the top right position, spawning as the purple Protoss player, the man who has more disruptor montages than Winter has viewbots. Give it up for MCanning. Yay! So MCanning is really good at PvT, man. This guy, he disruptors so hard, motherfuckers want to dodge him. But they can't dodge him because the disruptors are too good. So MCanning, I'm expecting to see some good plays. MCanning is probably one of my favorite Protoss players to watch play NA. This guy used to be, a no-name. He kind of rose up. I remember the days when I would run into him on ladder. I would be streaming like 6 months ago. I'd be like, oh, it's MCanning. This guy's a cool guy. And then I'd bop him. And then now he bops me. You know, it's like we play bop it. You know, we just take turns. Hopefully one day I'll be able to bop him again. But MCanning's gotten really good as of late. He's a base god. He's a base god. And out of Goky, man, the command center first. So already, I feel like if you don't know the other guy very well, this is really risky. But he knows MCanning. He knows MCanning's not a cheeser. And I'll tell you what, guys, I know MCanning's not a cheeser. So I don't really think it's that big of a deal, right? MCanning's not really a cheesy guy. He's not an all-inner on one base. Maybe sometimes two bases, I don't know. But, yeah. So, I think that with that information, especially since they're teammates, Goky's like, it's all good. Clearly, I don't have to worry about something as crazy as a proxy gateway or anything really weird. You know, I'm not playing versus Print F, the guy that literally cannon rushes every single game of his entire life. So, reminds me of another NA player that I haven't seen play in Legacy of the Void named Tender Thighs. Goky's Marine is going to command him. Alright, get away from me, little pro Burrino, as he continues to mine up. So, both orbitals are ready. He's got 3 barracks, starting to take his gases. And I'm surprised he's not going for a 3rd command center super fast, because I like playing a little greedy versus MCanning myself. Guys, I just realized my shirt's on backwards. Completely relevant to the cast, of course. And all he really needs to do is just wall this off so that adepts can't run around and bypass the Marines, because right, as buff as Marines are, like, you might think these guys are the best bodyguards ever, but if your opponent has adepts, they literally just phase through, and that's the scary part, man. No amount of bodyguards can save you from an adept, so you gotta be careful. Gotta be really, really careful. Like, he could just warp past him, so it's a really dicey situation. Look at this mothership core swinging around to the natural. He's gonna possibly do some harass there, and he's like, alright, he started another depot. He's got that going for him. Wow, he lets the adept teleport. Well, he's going to lose it. Doesn't kill anything. It's actually quite unfortunate for MCanning. Loses that really fast adept. Now the mothership core comes into the natural expansion, and we're going to go voom. Oh, nope, no more vooms. He's just going to recall out. Doesn't want to lose it. So what does he have on the way back home? Twilight Council, he's getting blink. No gases on the natural yet, so he's not powering up too hard with the tech. He's just going to keep building some Stalkers. And Stalkers are good against Marines, so I can see why he might do something like that. And now I'll take the gases as he's saturated. So I'm waiting for a few more probes. And, oh, the Robo. This is it. This is everything, man. MCanning, if there's one thing this guy's known for, if you guys haven't checked out twitch.tv/MCanning, that's the same spelling as his name in game here. This guy has some of the best disruptor montages. There's another NA Protoss who's also really good with disruptors. His name is Ray Rain. And there's a couple guys that are like really, really dank disruptor players. So we could see some gnarly explosions this game. I don't know how much he uses them versus Terran. I haven't actually played versus MCanning on ladder in a while. I think he might be an East Coast player, whereas I'm a West Coast player. This game is being played on the West Coast server, so I don't know actually. I don't know where Goky's from either. But Hallucinating Phoenix Scout's going to go out. Going to try to do some scouting, try to get maybe a little bit of damage done. And this is the perfect opportunity to see what's up. Because Blink's almost ready. He sees some Marines, sees the factory, he's building a reactor. And he also sees that starport. And I feel like this starport is a really important scout because he knows, okay, medevacs won't be coming anytime soon. We're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. We're not at risk of getting crushed or killed. And let's see here. We have +1 attack. I like this setup. I mean, Goky's got a pretty reasonable setup here. I feel like his build order was vulnerable to cheese, but it's okay because he's got stim now. He's got his medevac production about to begin. And with this, he can try to spread MCanning thin a little. There are some spots where there's not as many pylons to protect. I think this is a great drop point. There's no pylons here. Only one pylon here. And then no pylons actually in this area. So drop harass could open up. But that's what I think Blink is for. I think the Blink makes it really hard to drop versus Protoss. Especially when you have someone who's as good or aware as MCanning. And Goky's going to move out. So this is the biggest benefit of this command center first into 3 Rex opening. He's got a shit ton of bio. This is a lot of Marines and Marauders. And he's got enough of an army to win this game if he gets a sick engagement. But I'm imagining MCanning's going to use those overcharges as well. I'm imagining that MCanning will also drop some good force fields. The force fields are going to be key to success here. And this first disruptor that's about to pop. This could be a potentially game-winning position because there's not a lot here. There's a lot of Marines. The Immortal not quite so good. So there's the first force fields. I do like this. You got to pinch that army off just a little. That buys time. The disruptor is ready. Can MCanning get the dream shot? The Adam's going to take some fire. There's the disruptor ball going out. Oh my god, it's enough. All the Marines gets a good amount of damage done with that disruptor shot. And how many kills was that? Just 7 kills, but this is still a very powerful army. He's got a lot of bio. He's rallied across the map. More and more Marines and Marauders. He's continued to stay. Mothership Core so low. Tasteless, but it's still alive. Still hanging in there. Pylon is down. Third base is exposed. There's the Guardian Shield. This disruptor has another disruptor ball. Can it fire the shot out in time to get something done? There it goes, and it's going to get nothing. So suddenly this is getting a little bit dire here. Now Goky's out of energy on his medevacs. These stims are no longer being healed. He's going to start more pylons. He's pushing it back. He's saying, get out of here. He's got the blink, and he's going to reach for it. He's going to... Oh, no. He doesn't get either medevac. So good save there by Goky to keep his forces, keeping his dreams alive. What kind of work did we get done there? Not really any workers killed. Resources lost is going to be actually favoring MCanning. So a solid hold there. The first disruptor shot not doing much, but the second disruptor... the second disruptor shot not doing much, but the first one really helped chunk out a good amount of those Marines. And this is still a very highly aggressive push coming out of Goky. He's continuing to rally Marines down the map. He's rallying his medevacs. He's going to start an armory and an eBay with this third command center and double drop into the natural. There's 2 cannons here. The Mothership Core is close by as well. So, I mean, it's going to be really hard for him to get some work done here at the same time because of this pylon overcharge. So he's just going to warp stuff in. He's basically saying, yeah, no, this really isn't how TvP works anymore. If you want to drop, you basically need to have my Mothership Core baited out onto the map. So this actual army from MCanning is really, really beefy. You know what I mean? Like this is, you went and you bought the fanciest chicken pot pie at Walmart because you wanted the most amount of beef. That's what just happened here. This is a really, really nice cut of New York strip. That's what I'm saying right here. These disruptors with this Immortal. A fantastic start to this game from MCanning. Holding off that very aggressive attack. And now the third command center finally laid down. Finally turning into an orbital for Goky. And this observer from MCanning, he's got an observer right here. So he knows. He's like, oh, wow, he came back home. Oh, he took his third base. Well, I'm glad I know all of these things. I can probably go take my fourth or maybe try to attack. He's got options. And that's the most important thing, guys. In life, having options is a brilliant thing. We have 2 Liberators on the way for him. Oh, third Liberator in production and a Fusion Core for Goky. But is it too late? Is it too late? Because we have a lot coming over here, man. We have 5 Disruptorinos. And I'll tell you what, these guys are really hard to deal with. The Liberators are basically just cutting off this area so that he can't run through. He's just going to blink forward, though. Snipes 1 Liberator. Snipes 2 Liberators. Disruptor Ball's going to go out. First one only gets a single Marine. Second Disruptor Ball's going to go into force with the main ramp. Oh, he's starting to really chunk this army out. Everything is dying to the Disruptors. No. MCanning just, I don't know, man. He just butchered him. He slaughtered him. He slaughtered him. Team Fliptide Tactics is going to have a murder case on their hands after this game. GG from Goky and MCanning in dominating fashion. Just just backhands his teammate. He's like, what are you